we've got this big hole in our heart. Our Rian is missing. He'd be 15 now and probably taller than me, like his brother. He was a gorgeous boy. He was very happy. He was in kindergarten, kind of bouncing along, becoming his own self.
Rian Strathdee was a life-loving 6-year-old when one cowardly act took it all away. It was a clear, moonlit night on the Hume Highway in the Southern Highlands of New South Wales.
We were heading to Canberra for my sister's birthday.
In the car were Laurie Strathdee, his wife Jasmine Paget, and their boys, 11-year-old Kim and young Rian.
We bought some snacks and came back to the car.
This footage shows them at a roadhouse in Sutton Forest. It's 9 p.m. on November 26, 2004. Minutes later, their lives would be shattered.
I was having a break, so I was in the passenger seat. Jasmine was driving down the on-ramp. We were merging into the traffic. There wasn't much traffic.
By now, their Subaru Liberty is travelling at 80 kilometres an hour.
I turned around to give Kim a bite of my ice cream, and I saw these lights of a truck right behind us, immediately behind us.
Then the unthinkable happens. The truck deliberately rams them and the car is shunted off the road.
The car took off. You could feel the momentum of the truck pushed us, and then we went off the road, and it was like a jolt. It was quite scary.
Senior Constable Martin Pepperell from the New South Wales Crash Investigation Unit explains what happened next.
The impact caused the Subaru Liberty to spin off the road in a rotating arc sort of motion into the brush, where it would have then rolled over and continued at about 56 metres into the paddock there, where it came to rest on its roof.
My immediate thought was, oh, thank God we've all survived. I really thought we were going to die. But we were hanging upside down, so I let myself out of the seatbelt. And then I was down on the ground and I couldn't lift my head. I didn't know, but I found out that I'd broken my neck.
I got out and then I ran around the car checking on the children, and that's very hard because I tried to check Ryan's pulse. The doctors, they took a while to tell me anything because they wanted to make sure that Kim and Laurie were fine. So Kim and Laurie were taken off in helicopters, and then they told me Ryan had died. Laurie didn't know that Ryan was dead until the next day, and I had to tell him in the hospital.
That just must have been the most difficult moment in your life, to have to tell Laurie that news.
Oh, it was very hard to tell Laurie and family.
Laurie spent the next 3 weeks in hospital, his neck broken in 2 places. But he was lucky. Little Rian never stood a chance, and to this day, the driver who killed him has never come forward. The police prosecutor who came to us with Ryan's case, Sergeant David Watts, has been working tirelessly on it for 7 years.
Do you believe that this driver knows that they have killed a child?
I believe they would, yes. Yeah, because it was well publicised at the time, so he would definitely know, and there was substantial damage to the car as well.
This is where Ryan's case takes a horrible turn. Possible proof the truck driver knew exactly what he was doing on that night.
This was one of the Crime Stopper reports that there was a conversation between 2 truck drivers shortly after the accident, where one truck driver referred to the accident and the other was heard, the term used was in a gloating manner, that I shunted him off the road. So if that is the driver involved, that could amount to manslaughter or murder.
What the truckie reportedly said is chilling.
Just past that forest, I passed a shocker. There's a car on a fleet in a paddock.
Yeah, I punted them off the road. That'll show them.
I've spoken personally to over 70 road users that night, probably 60 or more truck drivers. There's also been 15 Crime Stopper reports previously, and I've spoken to each and every one of those as well, where certain information has come forward, but we still haven't been able to identify the truck driver.
Evidence at the scene has also turned up few leads, but investigators did retrieve paint samples from the Strathdee family car. They've narrowed their search to a blue and white or red and white truck.
There's various trucks in Victoria, New South Wales and Queensland we've analysed, and none of them come back as positively matching the paint on the bumper bar.
David Watts believes someone must have information and he's frustrated that no one has come forward.
It's been a hard road. It's been on my mind pretty much every day for 7 years. So, yeah, just getting some closure for the family who they've lost their son. You know, it's the ultimate price they've paid.
It would make a huge difference if that driver came forward. Make a huge difference to us as a family. My son, our community, our family. Make a huge difference.
As for the little boy with the big heart, his brother Kim has made a special shield to keep his memory alive.
And at the top there, he's written, "We'll meet again."
It is something that he would say to people, we will meet again, and it gives us comfort.
What's your appeal to the driver if they're watching this tonight?
I'd like you to come forward. It would make a difference to us, and I think it would make a difference to you.